So today I want to expose something absolutely insane, and the craziest part of what I'm talking about here, apparently it has connections to a certain nameless person. You can see that certain person's team brought up right here, and you know what they're bringing them up in connection with? Doxing someone, going after their identities, trying to hunt down who they are, and things, they just get crazier from this place. When I say crazier, I'm talking about people going behind the scenes, taking personal information and filing false police reports. That's what this screenshot is associated with. People behind the scenes contacting Scotland Yard to file false police reports, utilizing actual Russian bots. That's right, actual Russian bots to target websites. You can see this website right here being targeted by their quote-unquote skilled Russians. Them stalking anyone associated with JD at all. That could mean witnesses, that could mean producers, anyone that they think they can intimidate. And all of this and so much more, not only being done by people that claim a connection to that certain nameless person, but that are followed online by that nameless person. They only have 226 people they follow, by the way. One of their best friends is actually in this group, parked in there. Yeah, when you start looking at these threads, it is absolutely insane. And yeah, let's you and I expose it all. Fun times, huh? Fun times indeed. So hey there to all you fine folks on this fine day, by the way. I hope you are doing excellently. Now, as far as all of this is concerned, I was contacted by a person that said they had been supporting that nameless person because they were forced to. They were bullied into that by people they said scared them. And the more they shared, the more they supported, the more they were added to groups that were doing horrific things behind the scenes. Now, I asked who exactly was involved and who they were doing this for, and that person said they were doing it at the bequest of that certain nameless person. I asked them for proof of that, and they provided two things. They provided this. They also provided this. Now, I am redacting the parties involved. Why am I doing that? Because I'm not giving them any reason to flag anything at all. But this person here, let's just say they're a quote-unquote legendary journalist. Beyond that, too, they are a party that knows that nameless person in real life. They've hung out with them. You can find picture after picture. In fact, it's caused a lot of problems for that nameless person knowing them. Well, they're in that group. This is one of the screenshots here. They're talking with people in it. You can see 10 people are responding to that comment there. Yeah, they have involvement. And then after a bit of personal research with the help of a couple of people, props to you, by the way, you know exactly who you are, I found something I thought was absolutely crazy. And well, you draw your own inference here. You'll notice this account. It has 174,400 followers, and it only follows 223 people. Now, when you start looking through the follows here, what you'll notice is this. You'll have your Hollywood celebs, you'll have specific organizations, you'll have lawyers and on, but then you have people that you really can't understand why they're being followed until you look at these groups. Then you'll notice that the same people doing all of this stuff, they're followed by this person here. Again, you draw your own conclusion as to what that means. Now, what's even crazier is the person messaging saying, we have two identities, we're going to hold off saying anything about that until we talk to Team Nameless, that's followed by that nameless person too. They're also the person that took responsibility for taking Adam Waldman off Twitter. What's more is I know they have false flagged my YouTube. They've threatened to try to take me down. And yeah, them saying that they're connected to that certain nameless person's team, being followed by that nameless person. Yeah, again, you draw your own inference as to why all of this is happening. Now, there are plenty of groups that have been exposed here, too, but I'm going to focus on a few of them. I'm going to focus on the Troll Report. This, all it is a false flagging group. They take down people's Twitters. They try to take down YouTubes and other items. The Nameless Person Defense Squad, aka the Tech for Good Squad. These folks, they are creating false police reports. They're utilizing bots. They're doing absolute insanity behind the scenes. Yeah, they think they're the good good guys in this too. I mean, it boggles the mind. If you want to understand the crazy you're dealing with too, you need to look no further than names like this. Shooters for that nameless person. Shooters. I mean, what connotation does that have? What exactly do they mean? Again, I'll let you be the judge, but I know that's nothing good at all. So as far as doxing is concerned, when I say doxing, just to remind people that don't know, that's taking private information, wanting to utilize that for some malicious intent, basically taking your real name, wanting to file it with, I don't know, the police. Yeah, that's who these people are. The nastiest thing they do, though, is they don't put out that information yet. Most people don't realize they have their information, so they can blindside you with the police. They're wanting to do real damage to your real life. And you can see this here. Now, I've redacted who these people are that are involved right here. I will put this out. I'll put it out on Twitter. I'll make it all available. Also, that's where this other gap comes from. You can always tell who it is because they're in a screen name. But this comes from the Nameless Person Defense Squad. Tech for Good. So what they're doing is they're doxing somebody that is associated with a channel. 2 people, in fact. They go over the channel, they go over their real name, and then they're telling people, this is how we go after them. We go after them with the New Scotland Yard. Then they fill out a police report. That's what this was here. Fully filled out police report. They say that they utilized their name this time, so they've already done it at least once. They're filing in another one. They're coordinating with other people. That's what this is. Reported it. This was an ad there, and they're bragging about it. I'm going to be known there before I go next year, and then it gets creepier. I had to redact this portion because this portion, well, it's pretty much more private information, but think about this. They're talking about where people live. They're talking about visiting where they live, and they belong not only to groups like Tech for Good, but they also belong to Shooters for Amber. When you get the old noggin jogging that way, sounds a little dangerous, doesn't it? So there you've seen 4 people being doxed. You had that first message talking about coordinating with that nameless person's team. That actually comprised 2 people I just showed you. Here's another person being doxed. Oh, hey, you found Redacted. I've been looking into Redacted for a few weeks, and this confirms it. Then you have people reacting to other things as well. It took 48 hours of digging. So these folks, they don't have lives at all. All they do is stalk people, and they stalk people in the name of and for certain nameless people. Then you have them celebrating too. Yeah, high five. And just now, another Redacted, that's one of them, showed me another profile. So there you have. You have multiple people being doxed, and there are hundreds of screenshots that go along with everything else too. Now, other groups, they prove exactly how much you listen and how much you believe. This is the Troll Report. The Troll Report, it's for trying to run people offline. I was looking through their other tweet, and look who showed up. This account is also pretending to be a DV, quote-unquote, survivor. Did you see their garbage bio? So apparently, quote-unquote, surviving sexual harassment makes you a survivor now. You see, listen and believe doesn't exist at all. In fact, they back the wrong person, so you have to wreck them. You have to go after them. That's crazy, isn't it? There's dozens of pages of them going after YouTube channels, going after Twitter accounts, and this stuff, what they do is something that I told you before. They use German VPNs. Basically, they switch over pretending they're from Germany. Why? Because they hope that it'll have more of an impact. That's why I know that I have been reported hundreds and hundreds of times, and these people, they've confirmed who's doing that. There you go. One of the craziest things you'll find, especially considering the claim that they have, saying they're associated with that nameless person, is stalking anyone associated with JD. You can see this here. That same group that's doxing and filing police reports, yeah, they're stalking people. They stalk witnesses, they stalk producers, Hollywood stars, anyone they think that they can bully and intimidate. It's crazy and beyond. I mean, really think about this. We have a group here that, in their own words, is being back-patted by that nameless person and their team. One of the besties of that nameless person is involved in. They've targeted individuals, they've targeted websites, they target freaking subreddits. You can see them knock one out here. They target petitions. Anything that dares say anything that they don't like about that nameless person. Yeah, I mean, that's crazy, isn't it? That is crazy and beyond. There's more to this, too. We're talking much, much more. We could spend hours going over all of these screenshots. The point isn't just the deeds. I mean, the deeds, they are terrible, but it's also who they're doing it for. Not just on their behalf, but because someone is asking them to do it on their behalf. That's crazy when you think about it. That's their own words, too. Yeah, start looking into the followers. Again, start looking into their friends that are associated with it. Paints an ugly, ugly picture, doesn't it? But anyway, let me know what you think about this stuff. As always, too, appreciate the heck out of you. You make this stuff work. Thank you. Want to help out the channel? Links in the description. Definitely could use your help there. Check those out. You being here, though, that matters, so thank you. Appreciate you. I'm going to end here with a see you soon.